What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Two Pitbulls. I'm out here with my nephew. He's chilling. We're just out here with the dogs, and today's topic is going to be some questions to consider asking yourself before breeding your dog. And my younger viewers, breeding basically means what dogs do in order to have babies. So yeah, don't want to get too in detail with it, but you get the idea. So anyway, some questions to ask yourself before breeding your dog is basically many dog owners kind of have a dog that they love and think she is exactly what they want in a new puppy, so that they think it's a great personality the dog has, and it's good with children, easy to train, and maybe good out in the field and things like that. These little things make you consider breeding your dog. The temperament of the dog. Then people decide to breed their dog or current pet, get a puppy from that litter, and sell the other puppies for a profit. And their minds is the closest they can come to duplicating the dog they own. While this may seem logical, it would actually be better to repeat the breeding of their current dog's parents and take a puppy from that litter. Unfortunately, this is not always possible because, like in my case, I don't even know who the parents are of my dogs because I bought them off another person who brought them down here from Michigan. So yeah, that's pretty much a little bit of my thoughts of what I consider before trying to breed Yogi. But before you decide that you are going to breed your pet, you should always know that most first-time breeders lose money, and there's a tremendous amount of time and work involved in breeding your pet. That is so true, because when I tried to breed Yogi for the first time ever, he kind of wasn't getting the rhythm of it. Like, he wasn't really comprehending what was going on. Look at Nala, what the heck? she likes the cool grass. Look at her. Nala, look at her. Who's your good girl? Nala's like a chill dog. She likes to lay down a lot. So yeah, look, she's about to lay down right there. Watch. I told you. See, I told you. But yeah, look at her. Oh, Nala, they missed you. Look at him, Mr. Nosy. He likes Mr. Attention. So anyways, there are a tremendous amount of time that's involved with it, and work involved with breeding your dog. Look, she wants a belly rub, dude. Look, you're jumping on him. Look, she wants a belly rub, dude. Look. So yeah, there's a lot of time involved. Like with Yogi, he just wasn't getting it. I don't know if he was too embarrassed, or it was that I was probably. What I'm thinking is that I was there, trying to watch him breed, because you want to make sure everything goes well. But I think he was a little shy. But it took a while. Like, he really did. Like, the first attempt was a fail, so I'm looking for the second attempt, and yeah, it's gonna take a while, 6 more months, because the dog isn't in heat anymore. But anyways, yeah, that's just some experience that I've had with it. It does take a lot of time. It doesn't happen automatically, and this has to be the thumbnail right here. Look at this. But anyways, there are also ethical issues to consider, such as ensuring you are not passing a bad genetic hereditary traits such as hip or eye problems. The testing that should be done on all your dogs to breed can be expensive, and yeah, that is true. The testing is very expensive. If you have the female dog, breeding a litter at home can be a great experience for the first time breeder, or it can be a disaster. It's usually not a lot of fun for the entire family to watch new puppies come into the world and grow and enjoy and play with them for hours and hours. In the end, some profit may be shown when the remaining litter mates go to their new homes at 7 to 8 weeks of age. However, some pregnancies, births, and new puppies may be accompanied by various medical problems or emergencies. Not all pregnancies result in a happy, healthy litter. Whether you own the female or male, if you do not do it correctly, there will be expenses even before the breeding occurs. We never recommend, I never recommend, especially breeding dogs before they are 24 months of age. So always wait till they're 2 years of age. So basically, always wait that they're in their second heat period. So it takes a lot, at least that long, to determine if the animal has any significant health or behavior problems. Regretfully, some health problems do not show up until the animal is even older. The animal should be examined by a veterinarian to see if they are carrying any significant medical disorders that can be passed on to the future later. Certain laboratory tests should be performed. We are not just saying this because we are veterinarians. I'm just trying to say, to drive more business to, your doors. If you really want to become a full-time breeder, you got to make sure that your dogs are healthy and they have the entire full testing. If you're going to breed a litter, it is your responsibility to ensure to all the future owners that the puppy they pay for is and will be as healthy as possible. They think how you will feel when the owners and their children find out that their pet has a disease that will limit its life or may cause more than they could afford to treat or correct the condition. Please always believe this is very frequent. It's happened a lot in the past. It's just a very common thing with bad breeders. And yeah, it happens a lot. To use a very, very common example, just assume you were to breed a dog and you think everything is good with it and healthy wise, and then you don't do research on like the other dog you're breeding it. So like me, obviously Yogi's a really healthy dog. I give him as many vet visits as possible, as much as the vet recommends. But say I'm gonna breed him with a female dog and I don't know anything really much about the female dog, and I trust the owner's word, and the owner doesn't know the proper testing it needs before breeding, and so something bad ends up happening during the breeding. Well, there you go. See, that's just like a worst case scenario, and the puppies come out with certain defects like hip problems, muscular problems, even eye problems. That's what the result is. But so what are you going to do? What are your responsibilities? You the breed before you breed puppies, not puppies, but before you breed and have puppies. So if you still want to breed your own dogs, but want to bypass the horror stories that follow, I have a few recommendations because I took notes of this on my phone. Sorry. But basically, you can do not breed your dog unless you honestly believe it is really something special. Like with me, I really think that a lot of people would take good care of Yogi's puppies, and actually I have a few people lined up to buy them. So I'm just waiting for it to happen, But yeah, I mean, always consider that. Another thing, wait until it is at least 24 months of age. By that age, you and your veterinarian will have a better chance of recognizing any serious behavioral or medical problems, especially behavioral problems, because my sister, she bought a pup from a breeder who bred their dogs very young, and he ended up being a very untrainable dog. Like, he was really stubborn. He basically wanted to do his own thing. It was just really hard time with him, so she ended up giving him away to some other people who had more time with him. But another word of advice is to basically, before breeding, take your dog to your veterinarian to have a thorough examination and blood test for venereal diseases. Also, in addition, tests will be performed and may include, but are not limited to, x-rays and certification of acceptable hips and eye exams. The dog should be brought up to date on all vaccines and wormed if necessary. This is basically something that I did before I decided to breed Yogi. Like, remember I told you guys I had visited the vet 2 times, and I was making sure that he was ready to breed and ready to go. Making sure he wasn't having worms, he wasn't ill or anything, because during the breeding, dogs can pass on diseases to the other dog if they're not both healthy. So I took that in consideration. I didn't want to have to, be eventually sued because I promised my dog is healthy and then it's not. So yeah, that's another thing to keep in consideration. If you are going to mate your dog with someone else's, make sure both are checked for venereal disease, breeding soundness, and certified free of things like dysplasia, hip dysplasia. Sorry. So yeah, those are just a few tips to consider before breeding your dog. I hope this video helped, because I know a lot of you guys always consider breeding your dogs. And shout out to the good breeders. There are such good breeders out there that take really good care of their dogs. But yeah, always just keep in consideration you know, those important things I mentioned previously. Take those tips to heart. If you do want to be like a breeder or want to breed your dog, no shame to you at all. Just be precautionary and just consider the health of the dog. You know, don't try to breed, you know, quantity over quality, because, you know, that'll be, you know, worst case scenario. Then you come out with a bunch of issues on the dogs. I've seen it so much. And you know what really gets me mad is like when good breeders start doing it. It's like, no man, you're saturating the breed of the and the bloodline of the dog. So just remember, always quality over quantity. And I hope this video helps on tips you should consider before breeding your dog. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if you're new to my channel, I do a dog educational videos. Please subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button if you learned something new at any point of this video. And also comment, drop any ideas below. Feel free to you know, suggest any ideas. I'm also starting to do viewer submission videos. So like, if you're interested in featuring your dog on my channel and just want to introduce it, I'm open for the idea. I welcome it, just as long as I get your permission. And I'm actually working on one now, in which I'm going to be featuring someone's a viewer's dog on my channel, and I'm really excited. They have very nice dogs, and can't wait to get that uploaded for you guys. And yeah, basically in the video, just introduce your dog, name, how old it is, what kind of dog it is, just basically everything you know about the dog. And then just, you know, tell me in the comments or inbox me on YouTube if you know how to do it. A lot of people have trouble with it. I had trouble with inboxing when I first had YouTube. But yeah, just submit to me a video introducing your dog and everything. And yeah, shoot me a comment about it, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good day, and God bless.